Hello everybody, it's King Empress and I just want to wish you a happy new year. Got my candle lit and I just been chilling, and I thought I would get on here and do some readings for Capricorn season. But first I want to start with an affirmation. It is, I'm 100% self-compassionate and 100% self-accepting. I am 100% self-compassionate and 100% self-accepting. Let's take a couple deep breaths. Let's breathe in all the way down to your stomach, fill it with air. And let's do one more. Breathe in and out. You are 100% self-compassionate and 100% self-accepting. And then your prayer for today is, I accept all things that I have, I accept all things that have, can, and will happen. I release the need for control. I am fully in the moment. I fully let go. I accept all things that have, can, and will happen. I release the need for control. I'm fully in the moment. I fully let go. You are safe. You are secure. You are present. You are safe. You are secure. You are present. You are valuable. You are worthy. You do not have to worry about anything. Whatever has happened already happened. Whatever will happen is already destined to happen. Okay. Message for Capricorn. I'm picking up that some of you feel like that you're not valued. People aren't treating you, or you don't think people are treating you with respect and that you are valuable. So in the end, I want to talk about some ways that you can pour into yourself. I feel like I want to write a note of that because I'll probably forget, because I don't want to go on and start rambling about something else. Okay. So how to pour into yourself and show up for yourself. And then I think we also need to talk about boundaries. How to give without attachment. Okay. But yeah, I just picked that up real strong, that maybe you feeling like people don't value and don't appreciate you. That is crazy. Just went on with what I was just talking about. Okay. It's hilarious. We got the Queen of Swords, but not reversed. We got it upright. Because you know what, y'all? I've been seeing some Queen of Swords reverse energy on my timeline, where people were just like, I'm going to just cut you off. If you do something I don't like, I ain't gonna ask for clarity. I'm just going cutting people off. And I can be guilty of that too sometimes, just kind of shutting off that empathy and not being patient and just wanting to cut people off. But upright, the healthy Queen of Swords, means that you can see through the clouds and you cut through whatever doesn't serve you. So I'm getting really strong third eye energy. So you're able to see things clearly and you're able to cut through things that don't serve you. And that includes putting up healthy boundaries and other things. I don't know what this is for specifically. Like, this is a general reading. But if anybody wants it personalized, they can inbox me. But yeah, that's good. Especially if I got a strong sense at the beginning that whoever's watching, whether it's one or more than one people, I'm sure it's many people, you just might feel like you're showing up and nobody sees you and people don't appreciate you. So I want to ask, what are you showing up for? And what is your motive for showing up the way you do? What is your reason? Is it truly to give to others, or are you hoping to get something? And really go deep in your subconscious and do that. Because you know doing stuff for other people makes us feel good as well. I just got a download of Cut the Drama. So maybe things that you're entertaining, places you're going. Like this new year, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm feeling a very strong general shift on humanity in a positive direction. And so I think this was a really good card to start with, because in order to do that, that means we're not going to be able to think in the same toxic thought patterns that we have before. We may not be able to hang with the same people. And then for most of us, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to cut somebody out of your life. That means you have to practice communicating and using healthy boundaries. That might mean you don't need to answer the phone every time they call, or you don't need to hang out with them all the time. So really paying attention to yourself and to your body and know what's draining you. It might mean you can't hang out in the same places all the time. So we're cutting off what doesn't serve us so that we're able to see clearly with our third eye. Okay. This card I'm going to pull for emotion, Capricorn. Where's your head at right now? How are you feeling? As soon as I asked that, this popped out. This is the Ace of Swords reversed. We got two very strong cards. You got the Queen of Swords and you got the Ace of Swords. You're not feeling like you're getting what you deserve. Because when I look at this picture, so from the Queen, you're going through cutting off what doesn't serve you and exercising those healthy boundaries. And then with the Ace, that arm is through the clouds and you have already cut them off and it has the crown on top, but it's reversed. So I think the feeling around this, Capricorn, is you're feeling like you're not getting what you deserve. Maybe it's from a loved one or a partner or somebody that you're interested in, but you're not feeling like you're getting what you deserve. So what should you do, Capricorn? Well, before I pull in, I can tell you, well, everybody's situation is unique, but one thing that's pretty clear across the line is communication. I'm going to write that down too. So, how to effectively communicate. Capricorn, what should you do? What should you do? Message for Capricorn, what should you do? You don't feel like you're getting what you deserve. We're going to work on those healthy boundaries. Interesting. I pulled the Ten of Cups reversed. So the Ten of Cups is a card that means like happy family, but it is upside down. So I'm starting to feel like this is a relationship reading. So it looks like maybe in your situation, that person is not it. Maybe they are unable to give you what you deserve. Maybe that you've tried communicating and maybe you're feeling like it's a little one-sided. Interesting. I'm gonna flip 2. 1, 2. Okay, so now we got 5 of Cups reversed. So I'm thinking these are like future cards for you, Capricorn. So the 5 of Cups is usually, I don't like the word negative card, but it's kind of like a card of lost. Like you lost something that's painful right now in order to gain other things. But maybe that situation, it could be situation, friendship, or whatever. Maybe it won't be a loss, but a gain if you exercise that Queen of Swords in a healthy way. And maybe it doesn't even necessarily mean cut them off, but use those boundaries. All right. The second one I pulled was forgot how to read Roman numerals for a second. This is the 9 of Pentacles. And so like, even if you're not used to exercising boundaries, Capricorn, even afterwards, after you've done the right thing, it can still feel like you lost something. It can still feel like you're not full. But that's because you're adjusting to doing something that you're not used to. All right. Any other message for Capricorn? It won't always be comfortable, but that doesn't mean it's right. So our emotions aren't a really good indicator of whether or not we should or shouldn't do something. All it does is gives messages and communicates how we feel. But yeah, Capricorn, it looks like, I feel like you probably already knew, like deep down, what you had to do. Like you really didn't even need me to tell you any of these things. Whatever situation is for you, if it's a relationship, and if it's a relationship, this 10 of Cups reverse is pretty clear that that person is maybe not your person. Maybe the way that you wanted the relationship to go, or what you guys had planned for, maybe that is not the best route for you. And maybe you guys aren't compatible in that way, so it either needs to cut off completely or it needs to shift your expectations from one another. So really just having those open and honest communications and conversations. All right. So let's go back to our affirmation. I want us to take a couple more deep breaths. So let's go ahead and breathe in and out. And in. And out. I am 100% compassionate and 100% self-accepting. I do what's best for me. I fill my own cup, so I don't have to rely on other people to fill it for me. I don't have to rely on another person to fill it for me. I know exactly what I need and how to give myself that. So, good thing I took some little notes, because I would have forgot to talk about the things that I wanted to after this. So, how to pour into yourself and show up for yourself. So some things I do is literally play. Like, we're adults, so we don't usually think to play. We just go to work. So anything that you enjoy doing, and not even just like going out and partying or going hiking, but literally play like kids do. Create stories, have little like pretend this pen isn't alive and like make up a story. Use your creativity. And then it'd be interesting if you do decide to do that, to record yourself and record what you come up with, because I think that our soul and subconscious speaks out of the things that we create. So it'll be interesting for you to do that, because then you can really see what your soul's been trying to tell you. It's going to come out in your play, in your inner dialogue, in your little pretend games that you play, in your creativity. Another thing you can do is you can sit and meditate, kind of like we did at the beginning. Just take some deep breaths. That is so effective. Like, you probably feel so much better now. Actually, over the holidays, I was having a lot of anxiety, and I thought there was something medically wrong with me because I was feeling really lightheaded, like I was going to pass out. And then it happened the morning of New Year's. I woke up out of my sleep feeling really anxious, and I just literally took some deep breaths like I was doing and got that in my practice from Christmas until now. And I literally don't feel the way I felt. I mean, I felt like I needed to go to the doctor, like something was wrong with me. And so that really goes to show how much your mental health affects your physical body. Because sometimes you might feel like you're sick or something is going on, but really it manifested in your spirit and in your mind before it showed up in your body. So if we treat like our whole self and not just our physical symptoms, then you can keep from going to the doctor and them just prescribing you something that's going to take away the symptoms, when really we should look at our mental health and spiritual health to really get to the root of it and learn to be more in touch with our bodies. Like, what is your body telling you? Like, doctors know what they're doing, but at the end of the day, you have to be your biggest self-advocate, and you have to know how your body talks to you. Like a whole body scan. Do your legs feel different? Do you need to stretch? Like, are your knees in pain? Are you aching? Does your stomach hurt in a way that it doesn't normally hurt? I won't do that for this video, but in the future, I'm going to go into the chakras and how when they're out of balance, it can actually cause physical symptoms. So what is actually hurting on you can indicate which chakra is out of balance. So I'm eager to do that video. Write my little notes. Because y'all, I forget when I don't write stuff down. Chakra overview. Okay, so the second thing I want to touch on is boundaries and effective communication and how to give without attachment. So I'm a music therapist, and for my clients that struggle with effective communication and emotion regulation, I give them the same template. So it is, I feel and I need. So you can even write that down in a journal. Journaling is also a very good way to pour into yourself and then reading back over it. Or even drawing and sketching. But here in my mouth. Anyways, so I feel blank. I need blank. And then if it's a negative emotion, you can also say, I want to feel blank. And because I'm a music therapist, sometimes I'll have them choose songs that go with the feeling. So I feel blank, choose a song, or if they play an instrument or have a drum, play what that feeling sounds like. So if you're mad, it's gonna sound like that. And then the next one is, I want to feel. So if you're real pissed off, you're probably gonna wanna calm down so you can focus more. So we put, I wanna feel calm. Play what that sounds like. It's softer and slower. And then you will actually start to calm down. And then you can also pick a song that helps you feel calm. So it's really, in a way, hacking your brain. You can hack your brain to make it feel the way you want it to feel after you process why you're feeling bad. So starting with the negative emotion, and then after you process that, felt mad as long as you wanted to, figure out why you're mad, figure out what you need, then you gradually slow down and get softer and take your deep breaths, and then you'll start to feel better. And then also going from a heavy metal song or whatever, fast, mad song, to a calm song. Then it doesn't even have to be 2 songs. You can wind yourself down by tempo. So if you have like a large music repertoire, have one that's really fast, and then have one maybe that's like slow rock, and just gradually wind yourself down. It's very effective. It really works. I would definitely try it if emotion regulation is a struggle. And also, circling back to communication and boundaries, how to get yourself down so that you're able to communicate. So, for example, looking back at these cards, like clearly, Capricorn, it's a situation where you're feeling like you're not being valued. So, back to that. I feel this, and this is what I'd like, and this is what I need in order to feel valued. And you know what? It might be somebody who is either unable or even unwilling to do that, and that's okay. That's why communication is important, because now that you know that, it doesn't mean the other person's a bad person. That just means it's not the best match. Sometimes it's not about the individual people at all. It's about the match when you come together. Not everybody's going to mesh well together. So once you communicate what you feel and what you need, and they've expressed that they're not able to do that, then you can move forward accordingly. You did what you're supposed to do. And I know that can really be a hit on your self-esteem if somebody is not giving you what you need, but that's really not even about you. It's about them. Sometimes people are just different. It doesn't have to be personal. All right, so Capricorn, you know what you got to do in your situation. If you want anything personalized, then you can hit me up as well on my messenger. All right, you guys, I love you and Happy New Year again. Bye.